Hi, it's Bryson here. I'm out in nature. I am actually at the location where the event that I spoke about in my most popular video, um, if I remember correctly, it's titled "Seeing the Buddha on an Extremely Potent Dose of Magic Mushrooms," and sadly, uh, this right here that you guys can see, excuse me, that you can see right there, that used to be a very lovely bushcraft structure. And I'll actually share some pictures of the party that I was at that I had here. Such a shame that it got torn down. Some people, I don't know how many people did it. They set up a really nice area here with a bushcraft structure, and then there's even like a little area, like a nice little logs here for people to sit on. There's an area right here for campfires, as you can see, really nice area. But I guess maybe the forestry department, I'm sure that their reason is that the structure was dangerous or whatever. But what I'm going to actually talk about today is about seeing the world, as well as the characters, the people in it, as them serving your life as both a distraction and as potentially a mirror. Now, when they serve as distractions, when the world and people in your life serve as distractions, that can obviously cause a lot of problems in your life. If you're on this channel, you're somebody who has probably really been questioning everything. You've been questioning the entire paradigm. You've been questioning why the world does things the way they do, why we go along with cockamamie, corrupt political and economic structures that make no sense. Why does, you're asking yourself, why does humanity bow down to that? And so a lot of you guys have probably been getting into some political arguments with people about what you see in the world, and then also, obviously, there are people in your life who will distract you just in other ways, in the way they interact with you, such as, family issues, romantic issues, issues between friends, whatever, that can not have anything to do with any arguments over macro issues in the world issues. But what you need to understand, the purpose of that is in the game of life, is those are challenges that can serve as distractions by the Matrix to keep you so focused on just putting energy into the outside that you don't put energy on the inside, and you use projecting angrily at the world as an excuse to not look at the things that you have in your life that are a little off. Like, you may sit here arguing with somebody on Facebook about how your theory can save the world, but have you saved your kitchen? And it's just like, people will sit up and worry about what's going on in the macro issue of the world and come up with all these theories and yell. They'll argue with people because they feel that this person's different opinion is a big threat to your life or whatever, or their life, I should say, or whatever, either or, it doesn't really matter. Those things are just there to, this is part of the game. Oh, wow, look, a deer. Deer came along. Hey, that is lovely. That is awesome. You want some snacks, I'm assuming, right? So anyway, back to what I was talking about. What the game does, the game of life, oftentimes, is it throws things that are happening in the outside world out as a distraction so that you don't pay attention to all the messes you have in your personal life that are what actually need your energy. And what you end up realizing is that by putting your energy into those things and making yourself the best version of yourself, you actually get to the level where you can actually start doing something to help the world. Because if your home is in a disarray, if your personal affairs are in a disarray, it's going to be very difficult to manage any sort of projects that will lead toward fundamental change. Not to say that you can't have imperfections like that and still make a change. Everybody who's watching this video, you make a change every day when you speak to somebody. What I'm talking about is really just making things happen on a grandiose level. And when you improve yourself, even if the world doesn't improve, well, guess what? Your life has improved, and then therefore everyone you touch, their life will improve, because you're going to just be successful. You're going to keep making connections. You're going to just keep figuring it out. And the other aspect of this, so before I go on, basically the best way to save the world is to save yourself. Really make yourself the best version you can be. And that's why I have really started to, refrain from just engaging in these arguments. I'm actually, I guess you can say, kind of proud of myself that I've been able to resist. And I've actually not even been on Facebook for a few days. I'm just really taking some time to just really work on myself. And then the other aspect of it is looking at the world as a mirror, where you look at the issues of the world and you actually realize that they are either a mirror of it works in two ways as a mirror. One way is your reaction to that external stimuli reveals something about yourself, or in some cases the person who you are judging in some way, they actually are exhibiting. The reason why they annoy you is because they're exhibiting certain what you perceive as weak aspects that are in your subconscious, or could be fears and issues that you have shed already, and you see a negative characteristic that once haunted you, that you're shedding. Like, for instance, for me, I used to live with a phobia of germs, and now with just seeing how out of control all this stuff has gotten, and just really feeling like this has just gone too far, I'm really annoyed, actually. And I actually see that as a mirror, and I'm like, and now I'm not even afraid of germs anymore. Like, I live without fear of germs. I just get out in nature, I exercise, I eat healthy, nutritious food, and I just do the best I can. And so that is pretty much it, I guess, for now. This deer is still hanging out near me. That's pretty much it. I think that those are two ways to look at it. So, when you argue with people who you fundamentally differ with, you have to understand that when that person is getting under your skin, that is like an agent attack of the Matrix. And these mind parasites that have infected the world, that makes the world believe in absurd concepts and follow absurd algorithms, that thing acts on you by getting you sucked into these difficult arguments, so that you are sucked of your energy, and then you don't have the energy to actually improve your life. So we're all imperfect. We all have let ourselves get angry, but together, by gradually noticing these things inside of ourselves, we will build a better world. I think that out of all of this stress, when it's everything, the dust has settled, the world will be built better. I truly believe that. So anyway, thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I really appreciate all of those who, subscribe and just listen to me rant. So thanks a lot. You have a wonderful day.